Hello everybody. This is about the third take, just because every time I try and make a video, it starts raining and my frame rate drops to nothing, or a zombie randomly appears below me, or something like that. So last time I showed you the minecart sorter, and every time I've tried to make a video since then, I'll say to myself, oh, like that's not quite 100%, or I could do better than that, or there's a bug in this, and so I hold off. But this time I'm really confident that you guys will really like what I've built. So I've been working on a new line, and this line goes out to my mob grinder, my underwater base, and my primary mine, a branch mine. And you can see this is the original minecart line that I built. That goes up to my castle, that goes to my island base. Whoops. I updated the main station. Yes, I use the southwest rule, but who really cares? It works just as well. And you can see now there's buttons instead of switches, since there's more than two directions. But the biggest change is that I built this storage depot that I talked about in my sorter video. And so I'll demonstrate it and show you the usefulness of it, and hopefully you guys will appreciate it and be able to take something away from it. So the first thing I'm going to do is come down here and clear these storage minecarts out of the storage minecart bay, just to kind of reset things. So I'll come up here, and this minecart sorter is the second one that I've built. The first one was back on that original line. So let me put together a storage minecart and a couple powered minecarts, and I'll show you, get out of there feathers, how this works. So presumably I'd be down at my mine or at my mob grinder and have some junk that I want to send back to store for later. And so all I do is I would put all of my junk, put feathers, in my storage minecart, and I send my powered minecart on its way. And I'll let that go, but standing here and looking in the window, you'll be able to see storage minecart goes in and finds its way into the first bay of the storage minecart facility, and the powered minecart is returned with nothing else. The reason that there's nothing else is because I don't have any storage minecarts for it to pick up. And so what I would do is I would come over here and I would take out my feathers and I'd put my feathers in there. And let's say I have another minecart or two waiting to be, let's make it a storage minecart just for the sake of posterity, that I've gone ahead and emptied. They've served their purpose well, but now I'm done with them, and they're just taking up slots. I should enable this one, because I kind of just plonked that down on its own, didn't I? Didn't really find its way in. So we've got these minecarts, and they're just taking up room now. And so what I can do is press this button on the side, and it sends a chain reaction down to each one of the powered rails, and the carts make their way underneath to that little secret room that I had before. And since those carts are presumably empty, what I can do now is I can set down another cart, and I'll get another storage minecart, or I don't even need to send a storage minecart. The storage minecarts will always end up there, but if there isn't one, what I can do, it'll work the same way. I'll put that on there. And I'll even show you how this works. So what happens is the carts get shot up over the ceiling, and then over there they fall down. Storage minecarts roll backwards, and powered minecarts go up the hill, and they go underneath. And when they go underneath, that mechanism down there that I cleared those storage minecarts out of earlier, allows it to pick up a storage minecart, and it pushes a fresh minecart down the track back to where it came from. So there's a storage minecart that I gave it, and go take a look downstairs. I'll show you how that works. I fought off a zombie down here just a little while ago, and I don't know where it's dark. Everything's pretty well lit, so if I die, you know what happened to me. Anyway, basically the mechanism is pretty simple. There's a detector rail, and when the carts come in from that side, they skip over this piece of track, and they go into the first empty bay, which is why we need to delay them, why they go one at a time instead of all at once, so they can kind of settle down. And so it'll go in, it'll rest down here, it'll flip that track piece, and it'll flip that track piece. And then when a powered minecart comes down, it will go into the first occupied bay. There's one of these for each of the storage minecart bays up at the top, and it pushes it down this second set of track, back up, and it pushes it out onto the main line. Now, there's also some redstone underneath of here. I'll show you the redstone for this very briefly, because it is kind of a mess. And the redstone actually has this switch that when there are no carts here, this turns on, and the powered minecart will bypass this entirely. This piece of track will switch, and right now all it does is it drops the powered minecart back down onto the exit rail, which is right here. It just drops it on there, but I can just as easily kind of move this a little bit, and I had it in kind of a Pez dispenser format. So right now what it'll do is it'll just send back the powered minecart on its own. So let's look at the redstone for this. The original design was made so that it could be repeatable, so if I wanted to add 5 or 6 more bays, I can easily drop in 5 or 6 more bays and just copy the redstone over. So it's basically just an RS and OR latch that controls that track piece right there. This is from the detector rail, and so when this is flipped, the detector rail will activate. You can see it's inactive over here. It'll flip the RS and OR latch, enable that track piece, and then on this side, when either the manual button, the manual release button is pushed, or the master button is pushed with all these delayed repeaters, which are sloppy. Yes, I know. This is probably where the zombie came from, isn't it? I should know these things. If any of the buttons are pushed, it reactivates the other side of the RS and OR latch, repolarizes it that way, and then activates the powered rail under each one of these to send the cart out one at a time. And so they'll go down, they'll find their way into that bay back there, and that's how that works. Well, it started raining. Oh, I hate the rain. You hear it? That's just awful. But yeah, so I guess the main improvement is that we now differentiate between powered minecarts and storage minecarts or empty minecarts, and they'll be sorted accordingly using this nifty little mechanism, which is actually pretty simple. Powered minecarts keep going up a hill, and storage minecarts don't keep going up a hill. Also, just as a side note, this does tie back into my existing minecart sorter from my original line. So no matter where you send the minecarts from, they will end up in the depot. The downside, as you may notice, is that the powered minecarts always get sent in this direction, so that's not very useful. So that's probably my next project. I guess you'd call it a project. But I think all I'm going to do is just put a simple RS and OR latch and say, if the most recent sorted cart came from that side, have it go off that way. If the most recent cart came from that side, have it go off that way. So it won't be complicated at all, and hopefully it'll save me a little bit of a hassle. But that way, I have my nether portal down there. I have all of my other good stuff, and so yeah, I thought you guys would appreciate kind of that little treat with this kind of official minecart depot. Oh, that didn't reset. There we go. So thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, do whatever every other YouTuber tells you to do. Put in some hard work on this. If you have any comments, please leave them. Any suggestions, I'm more than willing to try anything out. Any ideas that you guys might have. Yeah, let me know. I'm open to anything. Thanks a lot. New line. All the tracks have been up. Where is that zombie? Holy crap. Oh my god, he's down there.